In this video, we will talk about how to create a persistent backdoor in case we are planning to come back again to the hacked system. In Meterpreter session, you can run a script to install user-friendly backdoor, which can automatically connect to your system. We can also set time interval between connection attempts. It is also important to implement reverse connection when backdoor connects to us, because in this case, outbound connection is less possibly blocked by firewall or intrusion prevention systems. As I already mentioned, Meterpreter scripts are deprecated and no longer supported by Metasploit, but you can still use them if you wish. And this is the script we are going to use. Let's open it and check its options. These options I'm going to use to create a persistent backdoor. Let's try them in practice. To install backdoor, we need to elevate our privileges in the system because the script must change registry settings. The script is launched by the following command. Let me explain the options I used in the command. Option X means that backdoor will start after system startup. With option I, we can define time interval between connection attempts if connection to our computer fails. Option P means listening port on attacker's machine. And option R is the IP address of remote host. After command execution, we can see location where backdoor was installed. And also we can see registry settings for automatic startup. Now let's close current Meterpreter session and start our listener to check if our backdoor connects to us every 5 seconds. And we have new session. Now I'm going to restart victim's machine and let's see what will happen then. The machine is rebooted. On Kali, we need to start a listener. And again, the backdoor connected to us after system reboot. Given script is easy to use, however, it is deprecated and probably it will be removed from the framework. Instead, developers recommend to use the post modules. To see these post modules, just use the search command with a persistent keyword. In the next video, we will review one of these modules. In this video, I would like to demonstrate how to use post modules to install persistent backdoor. First of all, use the following command to display all the options which are available in Metasploit to create a persistent backdoor. Let's select this one. This module is very simple. You just feed it with a custom backdoor, which can be generated by any framework, for example Whale Evasion, Powersploit, MSF Venom, and others. Post module uploads your backdoor and configure registry or services to run backdoor at user login or system startup. Now let's try to use given module. I already have Meterpreter session with elevated privileges. And I set the following parameters for given module. Rexname will be the name of your backdoor on remote system. I named it Notepad to make it less suspicious. Rexpath is a location path to the executable backdoor on your computer. As I mentioned before, you can create an executable file by any framework. Session is the number of sessions with the escalated privileges. And startup is the way how to start backdoor. There are 3 methods how to do it: on user login, on system startup, or new service will be created. Now let's run the module. Look at the output. The file is saved here. And also the registry settings were modified. It looks that everything is done well. To check whether backdoor works as it should, I will reboot Windows machine. But first, I will run a listener. The listener is ready. Now I can reboot victim's machine. And we have Meterpreter session. Execute getPid command to see the process ID. Now I want to see a process name. So let's execute ps command. And here is our backdoor. So every time when victims reboots his machine, our backdoor will connect to us. As you can see, installation of persistent backdoor with Metasploit is very easy. In the next two videos I am going to demonstrate how to make persistent backdoor without Metasploit. We will just use the built-in options of operating system. Different Metasploit modules can simplify pen testers' work, but it is also important to understand how these modules work. In this video we will create a simple backdoor and upload it to the victim's machine. Then we need to make backdoor connect to us via predefined time interval. We don't need to write any script, we just use the option which is available on Windows system. To create a backdoor we can use MSFVnom or any other similar program. To make backdoor connect to us we can use a task scheduler. Besides, we don't have to elevate our privileges. First of all, let's create a backdoor. The file is created. Now, let's upload this file to the victim's machine through Meterpreter session. Well, it's better to store the file in the system folders and name it like a system file to make it less suspicious, but in this case we have to escalate privileges. Now, when the file is uploaded, we need to make it run after predefined time interval. So let's switch to the shell mode. Just execute shell command. I'm going to create a new task in the task scheduler with the following command. The command means the following. Create new task. Start the task at 7:55 a.m. and run it every day. Name the task backdoor. Repeat it every 2 minutes. And start this file. Okay, the task is created. To make sure we did everything right, just open Control Panel. Administrative Tools. Task Scheduler. Now let's find our created task. And here it is. As you can see, it is configured properly. Now, on Kali run a listener and wait for inbound connection. So it is time and task scheduler started our backdoor and we have Meterpreter session. Let's find process name to make sure that we launch correct file. And here is our file. So task scheduler ran correct file. Let's check task scheduler in Windows. And we can see it really launched backdoor and is going to do the same in 2 minutes. Great, we have installed persistent backdoor without Metasploit using only built-in options of Windows system. I would like to show you one more way how to create a persistent backdoor. We are not going to use any Metasploit module because a good pen tester should be able to perform some actions using only system commands and embedded options. To make backdoor persistent we will use services. As you know, many services start when system starts up. There are several ways how to run backdoor via services. We will review one of these methods. I already have a backdoor written on Visual Basic. It is configured to connect to predefined IP address every 10 seconds. First of all, let's upload it to the system folder. Now switch to shell mode. With the following command, we will create a service which can launch our backdoor. And the service is successfully created. To make sure, let's go to the victim's machine and check the services. And here is our created service. I think you have a question. Why we need to start a command line from which we run a backdoor? Is it possible to run backdoor directly without a command line? Well, the problem is that our script doesn't meet service program requirements, and it cannot work as a regular service program. When the service is started, it can work approximately 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, it stops working with our script. That is why we have to use a small trick. First, we start a command line. Then, from command line we start a backdoor. After 30 seconds, command line stops working, but its child backdoor process is still running. Now, on Kali we need to start a listener. Reboot victim's machine and wait for inbound connection. And as you can see, after booting, our backdoor successfully connected to us. To make sure that backdoor works as it should, let's exit Meterpreter session. Start the listener. And again, backdoor connected to us. There is another way how to start a service with backdoor. You can use special program wrappers, which can work as a regular services. Now you know there are a lot of techniques how to create a persistent backdoors on Windows systems.